We got Assassin. Oh, where's my boy? Where's my boy, Ethel? You beautiful bastard. How you doing? We got ourselves Asma. We got ourselves Cutting God. We got ourselves also and Zevros. I like the name. Zevros the Warlock. Throwing down Immortal Coil onto Monspit. Monspit? Close enough. Monsipoo? I don't really know how to say his name. He's trying to grip the Warlock back in as he's trying to see if he might be able to roam around as a big old Nightfish. They're chucking out the Cannonball. It's going to be anti-magic zone for the DK. Fear trying to see if he can make a play. Gonna be an interrupt available for the Death Knight. Trying to stay inside of anti-magic zone as best as he can. Gonna be an interrupt under the Fear, but the Scales are gonna go through. They're gonna do quite a bit of damage. Did AMS, I think one of them, or some kind of other shield proc. I think it was a Slime Shield maybe. Got a Fear across the other corner. Oh, the line of sight Fear is so perfect. Has a chasm, line of sight. Oh, but Monspet did get out of the Fear last second, and I think he burned not a Mortis Winter. He burned a disadvantage just to get over there. Mortical, but Zevros, does he get line of sight? He does not. Oh, Monspet with that Caswell just gets knocked down and held pretty low. Needing himself quite a lot of self heals if he wants to be able to survive this output of damage. Is he going to be able to? That is the question. Blind onto Zevros, has the chicken for it. Flesh Grab does have the interrupt. I guess he was trying to go for a blind into a Flesh Grab. And that's going to be Zevros taking him out with just a few casts. I think the pet can still go for interrupts even if you are CC'd as a Warlock. I could be wrong on that one. So maybe in CC'ing the pet and the cast of Flesh Grab, that probably was the better choice. You should have CC'd the pet instead. Beta, the Shaman. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this wild man. He got them tattoos. He got that Mohawk, dude. His enhancement. Big old blast from the Chain Harvest. And Immortal Coil doesn't save Zevros. And Beta runs into the clutches of a rogue, immediately tricking out of that cheap shot. Get a shot. That's going to be a wall with Earth Elemental immediately up. And Earth Elemental goes to beat up on So. What is he doing? Yo, Priest, I'm so sorry that Earth Elemental is beating you up. Can you not kill it? Because Beta actually needs... Earth Elemental, for one, does no damage. Second, Beta gets a wall out of it. I think if the Earth Elemental dies, he loses the wall. So can you guys just not kill it? He can't control it. He actually can't control it, man. This is defensive, man. It's not taken away from him. It's an enhanced Shaman. Asima coming out with back-to-back Shadow Strikes. Big damage Beta. Is he going to be done for now? Back-to-back cheap shots. Sunder does break apart the rogue for a second. Break apart his opener. Allows Beta to at least get himself a bit of a heal. Wind strikes flying. Asima taking a bit of damage right now, but does create some line of sight, create some distance from Beta, who needs Maelstrom in order to be able to get himself some healing going. But it looks like Beta is playing the normal build of Enhanced Shaman. The Wind Fury type. Gonna be a pretty big kill for Beta out of nowhere. Those Shadow Strikes are flying through. Cheap shot. Does he survive it? Oh, so close. He also plays a Draven, so at below 40% health, he actually has a 10% DR. Which, I mean, 10% isn't a lot, but it's better than nothing. You know? Just didn't have the Maelstrom to really come back up in full health. I feel like if it started off full health, he might have been able to live the rogue opener. Gonna be Jonas up next. Disarm onto Asima, trying to make Condemns work. And Asima looking for the Dory Shadows. Does go for an interrupt onto the rogue. And Asima just continuing to run. Dory Shadows coming out for Jonas. Trying to see if I guess if he could get around to Asima. But looks like the warrior just getting away from the rogue and not touching him. Didn't help much. Jonas, how are you low on health? That quickly. What? Did Asima even hit you? I don't remember Asima hitting you except just now with that kidney shot. What happened? Def is going to be up next though. Swapping the wrong person, so sorry. Def Striker is going to be up next. Look at that Mog, man. Look at that set. That's a Warlord's North set. Is it the full? No, it's not. It's just the shoulders. They're trying to kind of cadaver a build together. Not bad look. If this was a transmit competition, I think Def would be the winner. But since this is a dual competition, he got to go through Asima, Cutting, So, and Afterman. That's quite a lot of dudes to go through. Dev going for a human racial immediately. Big cheap shot for Asima. Maximizes the damage of the Dev. Hunt's going to be hammered. Justice Seraphim available. Wings up. Asima hoping he survives his burst. Goes for a trick at the last second with a blind onto Dev. Does he get a bubble or bop out of him? He doesn't. So Asima is going to be allowed to keep Death Striker low in health. And most likely force out one of those defenses really early on. Definitely going to force one of them out really early. So as long as Asima has a reset, which looks like they have advantage, they might be okay. No more trinkets for either one. Dev does not play normal trinket. Actually goes in for Word of Glory immediately. Almost like as if he's expecting a shadow strike out of the rogue instead of a cheap shot, which is very interesting. And Dev actually able to recover and maintain his health quite a bit. This Celestial's coming out for the Paladin doing okay. Kineshot that does force a bubble, and as I'm looking for a reset, does he need to burn advantage? Is the question he's asking himself. Do I need to burn advantage right now? Or do I just outrun the Paladin? Do I just outrun and reset? Do I go for the gateway? Do I go for the port? Does he even need to? He might not have to, unless Dev has mobility right now. He's resetting the consecration. Couldn't catch himself a reset. Kineshot coming out for the rogue though, and could probably go for a reset now. And let's try to see if he can get behind the pillar. Does get hit with a hand or hindrance. Could be advantage coming out right here. Try a Door of Shadows. That's going to be an interrupt. Dev, if he has a Hammer of Justice, could be pretty good. Seraphim, Alcima might have needed to vanish earlier. If Dev got the burst, it looks like he got the procs. Oh no, holding on to that vanish was not a bad move by the rogue. But I feel like in the future, that's something Dev can walk away from. Just knowing to himself, you know what? Safe for play against the Paladin. Let's have a safer play. Let's have a safer play. Safe than sorry. It's just one of those things you're just trying to gauge the whole duel. Does he hit hard? Does he not hit hard? Am I okay? Should I wait out? But Dev kept him out of stealth for such a long while. It actually worked out for him pretty well. Sao going up with a hammer opener. With a big old mind games off the bat. That's going to be Shadow Crash. Shield Avengers does get to pop for the Pala. As the Pala is out of cooldowns, Blessing of Protection ain't saving you from the Shadow Priest. Let's just try to get some VTs up and running. No more interrupts available for the Palace. Sao actually, So does have the opportunity to actually just mass cast spells back to back to back if he wants to. The full PI and Void Eruption with Void Form didn't get the most value. That's going to be Hammer Justice on the MC with a full burst out of death. And so, with a disperse, trying to see if he can survive with not a lot of health left. Oh my god, Death! It's just surprising everybody with damage, man. Atha, man, up next. Pala versus Pala with Death, no bubble. Blessing Protection, only gonna do so much for you. Atha coming in, fully fresh, refreshed. The only thing that's different between these two is Ventir versus the Kyrian. But I don't know if it'll be enough. There's gonna be a big old blind. Death has no tricking out of this blind. Atha's just having his way with it. Do you even need to be Kyrian to do that much damage? Looks like he don't. Dev does go for a little bit of a self-heal. Needs the Word of Glory spam trick for Athaman with the human racial. It's going to be Dev bailing out of his own stun as well. Blessing Protection isn't really going to help so much against Athaman. Paladin's got so much of the damage as magical and even range. Look at the distance from which they can just hit you with the final verdict. The last verdict. Big old Ashen for Atha pulsating, not letting Dev hang out by the pillar. So Atha kind of needs Dev to go back into that pillar if he can. Try to see if he can Door of Shadows. Needs to kind of hurt him like a sheep. If he can just touch the Ashen, that'll be extra value for Atham, and any amount of damage he gets out of the Ashen would be perfect. And Dev just does not want to go over there. He wants to chase after Atha, and Atha's walking him into the Ashen. Is this where Dev wants to be? I think Atha has done it. He has lured him in. That's just free healing and free damage for Athaman from the Ashen. Although it doesn't last too long. I wonder if the legendary for Ashen is going to be worth in PvP. It probably would be better. Might not be perfect, but it'll be better. Big old Hodge by Dev, trying to go for a bit of a setup. No big go, but does get the big procs. Shield Divinity itself for Athon. Still holding on to a bubble. Dev needs 2 minutes on his own blessing on his own bubble, and then he'll be good to go. It looks like Athor just going for a little bit of a reset. It's a little bit of a standstill between the two. Athor is respecting the Kyrian Paladin. He knows the damage can just come out of nowhere, just for no reason at all. Just big blast and damage, back-to-back judgment proc. Like, it could be just a lot. But looks like Death maybe he's out of cooldowns for the time being. Out of the big ones just yet. Athaman maybe cooking something up. The big Ashen Go was nullified basically. So both of the Pallies out in the open, slamming each other with them hammers, dude. Nobody playing the Guardian build, which I do like. Athaman tried to go for the blind setup. And Death literally can't respond. And Athaman gets it super low. Is gonna bubble. Maybe hammer justice onto Death. Athaman choosing to bubble just to end this duel. Get him out of here. As Yandex is the last one left on the other team. Flash Scout's available for the Death Knight of the Unholy variety. I don't really know what you can do against the Paladin. And Athaman already has the A-bomb next to him. Slowed it down. You've already a slow pet. Slowing him down even further. Could go for Turn Evil on that thing. Actually, Turn Evil on the main pet. So now Yandex actually losing out on quite a bit of the pet damage. Since the pet is CC'd. And actually losing out on the grippy hand damage since he's actually getting avoided completely. Actually ghosted by Paladin. Death is already pretty slow class, but is getting ghosted by I think even slower class. I guess it depends. That's going to be zombie build? Wait, he's actually playing the zombie build. If Athaman isn't careful, the zombies are actually going to run into him 10% of his health every time they hug him. And he is actually turning around, trying to see if he can slay the undeads. Trying to go for Door of Shadows on top of Yandex. The zombies are still approaching. That's going to be Flesh Scaft, Shield, completely nullified. Big IBF with AMZ. The zombies are still walking at Atho. If he's not careful, they are going to hug him. 1, 2. I mean, they are doing quite a bit of damage. And that's all magic damage too. So maybe that's what Yandex starting to go for, is the kite build with the zombos. Maybe Chain of Ice Atha, make a bunch of zombies happen, let them walk over. Atha can't eliminate the zombies any ability. They have like 5 health. Any ability will eliminate them. It's an interesting move. Blind for Athaman. Yandex did have an AMS available, so he immune that blind. So Athaman can't really max out the damage while completely CCing Yandex. So Yandex actually did get himself a little bit of a play there. Athaman able to CC the pet as much as possible. The Zombo and the A-Bomb are walking at him. Does take down the zombie. The A-Bomb is still giving him a little bit of work, but the A-Bomb doesn't seem to look... Actually, just killed the A-Bomb. Is there anything Unholy Death that can do in PvP at this point? Like, your zombies die, your A-Bombs die, and your A-Bombs used to be really scary. I guess you used to have a Magus build as well, but the Magus did a lot of damage too, but nowadays not anymore. Big old Lichborn just trying to see if he can survive. Athaman does get stunned, actually, kind of low in health. Shield of Vengeance is up as the army of the undead is clawing at him. So Athaman did get kind of low in health. Wait, Yandex, could he somehow survive this? Maybe more zombies? Just get a couple of lucky zombos, and it looks like Athaman actually killing one of the zombies as soon as it spawns next to him. This actually could maybe be some sort of a play for Yandex. Could potentially maybe make something work. All Athaman though have to do is just put down Consecration, and those zombies will die before they reach him. Big old stun into Atha. Yandex does have quite a few shields overlapping, AMS as well as the grippy hand as well as the flesh cap. And Athaman only with the blessing of protection. Wait, Yandex could maybe turn his run. And that's gonna be Athaman taking down the pet from Yandex. Let's see someone a new one. And I think it's gonna be Zombos. Going, continue to stun Atha. Atha trying to make some damage happen. Actually trying to go for a heal. Do zombies go through blessing of protection? They don't. They actually do not. Ash and Howl are gonna nullify the zombies quite a bit. Oh, wait. Yandex actually killed Atho. Wait a second. This Unholy DK actually did it. Was Athaman rolling with a Battlemaster Trinket and he just died because Trinket timed out? Wait a second. Is this the first time we've seen Unholy DK actually defeat a meta class, or a really big PvP meta class? A stronger meta PvP class. What is that? Wait, the zombies are OP? Oh my god. BM fell off, Battlemaster. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking. But he actually played it super well. I mean, that AMS for blinds, he was able to avoid getting blinded, getting set up. Zombies did a bit of work.